travelers, viewers, whoever you are. It's kind of weird at this point. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys a couple of things I made recently, some time ago. Like, if I started out drawing, that would be weird if I started out drawing on a freaking tablet. It's kind of foreign to me. I guess it's all here. This is one thing in a series that I made. It's kind of along a new way I started to draw my things. So, I'm gonna this is kind of pretty much it. Here, a bunch of other cool stuff. Oh yeah, that's it. I look at it earlier just to check in. Some other stuff I made for anniversary, things that I don't sell people. I don't even really show them people, really. I hated the big complaint about this. This is a character. This is another remake of a character I made. This is a failed remake of the same character. See, this one looks a lot better. In my eyes. You got this old weird kind of thing. I don't even know what to call it. I call it a title for some reason. It's not a title. It's something else. I have a whole bunch of plans for it. I just kind of drew it out on paper. Pretty damn complicated. If you want to see, I'll just. Yeah, it's some weird thing that just kind of weirds out the environment between heaven and hell. I don't understand why I made it. That's simple. Here's the characters in their first edition. I changed them, obviously. This one does not have a dress on anymore. That's because I just didn't like it. Here's some of the old versions of the bosses. I didn't really change him. I just gave him the rest of the body. Don't know about that one. I haven't done anything with it yet. He changed a lot, ton. I based him off of this game, BattleBlock Theater. This guy, he changed so that he looks a lot better than what he does. I drew the thing I was back to this guy, I have not changed whatever this is and tried to make it because part of it looks very diseased. Sorry, this iPad is really bad quality. This is some muscle made of the other guy. Or the other guys. These are all the main characters, just so you know. There's another one right here. The one that I was trying to remake. This is another version of the girl with the dress on. This is kind of what I think she'll be wearing in the future. I was about to do High Order again, but I only got her out and then I was stuck at everything else. I've got the bosses and the remakes. See, I've made the one that's weird, the Fanta. I know it sounds weird, but that's his name with the PH instead of an F. Well, that guy right there, his name is Cognitus or Cognitus. I don't remember which one I told you. They all have the quotes under them, so his quote is stupid. Go cog or go home. Gunshot Gorilla Guy, as you can see. His quote is primate, more like primate. I don't know why I did that. Kill me. His name is Stephen Henry. He's got two first names He's got two first names, although that's his full name. He has about the little tags on him. That's kind of their noble tags. This is actually the tag of the gate he lives in, which gate is kind of like a world or something. It's parallel to Earth in certain weird ways, like plant cells. except diagonal. But anyway, this one here, yeah, same thing as this one, except there's a couple changes, as in like the black and the thing in the middle. I'll tell you about that later if you want to know. You see how his gunshot. That's what happens when he's about. That's actual power right there. Anyway, as you can see, his is hi there, nice to meet ya. You can't really see it, but I hope you can see the little thing right there. You can barely see, but it's there. This one, that's his tag. As you can see, if you get closer, yeah, I think you'll understand why. This is all good. It's all weird. Here are all the descriptions of the world. This is gonna get complicated, so I'm just gonna kind of get the right zoom here and get it. Boom. Heaven, place of angels, God, councils, right. That says manipulation. I know I have really bad writing. Yeah, I should explain it. No, I should do it. Gershraut, and I forgot about Sakrabit. I didn't declare that on purpose. Gershraut is German. I forgot what it means. Obviously, I just thought of a German word and just decided to point it out. I can't speak German. Lumini isn't German. It's just something I made up and used to strick on an eye. Or it's not even European. It's just a name. Yeah. Covia, Francisca, Aurora, Lumini, Travata, Operatoria, and Hell. Yeah. And as you can see, there's a couple things here. Couple secrets that kind of lets the secrets out. That's not for that much. So, then yeah, close though. This is gonna get longer than the videos I usually make. So, fuck. But get raped and get called Sally. Looking for that other thing I made a little while ago. I already showed you guys this stuff. Maybe some I'm trying to make here. Henry, Paladins, this game making. Trust me. This game won't come out until like 4 to 5 to 6 years in the future. By the time it won't even be credited as being trademarked because it's so old now, and it'll probably be capitulated by name. It's not, then I'll watch myself and I'll change the name, but I like the name anyway. So here's a story thingy. I'm not gonna show you guys all of it, but let's just show you. So you got this, the evolution story. It takes place in this universe that I created myself. Took a lot of detail to get me into this. And pretty much, if I'd explain what devolution is, it wouldn't be that complicated, but it really is. I take pride in that one over there, if you guys can see it. Don't know why I made it so featured, so modern, even though it wasn't really modern. Made this guy out of nowhere. I think I'm doing something with him for one of the series I made. So pretty much, in short, the devolution story is this tale of these two brothers who have like godly powers and whatnot. They're not really humans at all. You know? To have the powers that they have, that's not humanity. Really, it's called humanity because they fucking being weird, like no game, no life kind of reference right there. Like humanity and all that stuff. Yeah. So the weirdest thing about it is that one guy decided to create some models and stuff because he's kind of the creator. He's the one power to create stuff, but he can't really bring life into them. That's where his younger brother comes in, the reckless one. Decides to put him and bring two creations to life, which were like he made this like star for no reason, and he made this kind of humanoid looking person, which was the person you saw there, and gave them life, and then they all had their own personalities because they gave them life.
and all that kind of stuff. And then they decided that he was fascinated after he left for several decades. That was a very long time. One thing you noticed it was that the original was that the original four that they made was still the same with the humanoids, but with the stars, all the the other humanoid, the other star died out. But the star that lived, right, shouldn't it have like evolved and changed shape like the other stars? No, it didn't. So it stayed the same. Fuck, 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 fuck. They get on to making two more. We'll tell you what those are. One is more human looking than the humanoid one. The other one is it looks almost exactly the same. There's just some differences in as to what kind of magical elements they can hold. Now, one thing about the first two ones are really physical abilities type people, so they need to actually get up and use their hands. What's up with these two is that they're like mages and stuff like that. Although they don't use their power like mages, they just they just have elemental powers. Then like literally, he creates an entire like world, but you know, in the sense that they could be bigger, and they are bigger than the regular people in the series. What happens is that they create this world, they put them on this world, and they just live out their life, and then something dark just comes over, and I don't know what it's supposed to be. I remember when I was younger, I just called it the fake cloud. I don't know, it's like some big cloud because there's actually a series that I made when I was younger called Extreme Devolution. It's not about the story of how they split apart. It's about the story of how they come back together because they send emissaries to Earth because they finally stopped being scared of that shit. But they knew the darkness was still there, and that's like the highest point of darkness. And I messed up because I never got even got it finished, and it looks so weird. Like one guy was able to one guy the from he was like the third guy created. You know the guy who looks pretty quiet, Pride in that guy. So that guy, not that guy exactly, but one of his one of his descendants had like gale wind and like every time we traveled in tornado was like so fucking weird. I made it so weird. I'm thinking of remaking that series sometime soon or some shit. I've been talking for way too long, haven't I? Yeah. All right, let's get to the next. Shit. Oh yeah. Gotta finish this story. This won't take too long. Anyway, when they found the darkness, the brother, the, the brothers actually disappear. They just disappear. Like there's no thing about it. Now there was a way to detect the presence back on the world that they had created, the world that they had created. And then what happened after that is that when the brothers disappeared, it kind of created some kind of universe or something. I don't think they're dead, but I just think they just disappeared. That created a whole universe with a bunch of stuff in it. And so for once, there was actual space. So night was not a thing back then, but night is a thing now since there's universes and all. And so once and so with the power of all four races, they came together. They made a fucking portal and they teleported to each individual portal because one thing about it is that is that the darkness seemed to coagulate where all four races were together. So they thought that if all four races were separate, then at the very least the darkness would not swallow them in full capacity. So they all split in four different directions. And as I said, darkness is exactly what I they just said. I designed it so that each one has their own darkness in there, and that's what's fighting. So I'll show you right here. Paper Wars here. This is this is the one where the third one, the one that I had pride in. This is the second one. This is the first one that we made. Sorry, this one. That's the fourth one that we made. I haven't drawn that one out yet. Like just like a person to show example, they look super similar, but these guys look different than this because these are humanoids, not really humans. These are stars, as you can see. If you look closely, now which ones just start there with a piece broken off? Is that the whole point of the story? Is that is that whatever the darkness was in this world is actually inside of all humans, and that darkness caused the original star to actually it's alive, but calls the original star, which didn't transform into any kind of humanoid or anything, to break off and fall down to wherever they lived, whatever that whole race was. 'Cause they were transporting him, and he broke mid-transport because the darkness grabbed onto him, and then they tried to pull, and they only got his leg. So the original star is actually still stuck on Earth. Same for Merlin. Shit, I call him Merlin. Merlin's the original one. The original one, Paper Wars. These are just examples. There really isn't any for these two. Just these two. So yeah, there's two legends on Earth, and the original one here and here. So I think it looks pretty interesting. With all of this here. Oh yeah, I should probably tell you about the individual darkness. They kind of split apart. Like in this one, there's actually more than one, which is pretty dang. Now this one is also more than one, but it's more than one in a weird way. So as you can see, it's based off of Attack on Titan, but it's not Attack on Titan. It's way weirder. I don't understand what I kind of made out of it, but I got my inspiration from Attack on Titan back then. Keeping it like that, but I think I might change the name because obviously it's Attack on Titan. It's not supposed to be. This one really bases itself off. So the bad guys in this one, there are bad guys, and they're instilled with darkness, but they're not the darkness. The coolest thing about this one is that the darkness it really is the passing of time. Because as time goes on, things get way more and more hectic, and like this guy's son, and this guy seemingly dies, and all this shit. They have to go back in time, and then there's actually the last chapter of this thing, which I haven't made yet, because I've got like 6 chapters in my mind right now. And Elemental Warfare, Elemental Warfare 2, Elemental Battlefront, Elemental Battlefront 2, then you got Elemental Madness, then Cold Warfare. It's called Cold Warfare because Warfare 1 and 2 involved the regular guy, and then his kid came in Battlefront. So as you can see, what they do in Madness is that they go back in time, and it's like 12 years in the future. It's really fucking crazy. All things are stupid. Everything is trying to get them at this point, and the future looks bleak. And the passing of time is what did that. So the only thing you can do about the passing of time is change it. So they changed it, make the future better, and the future is better, way better than their future. But everyone loses their powers. Like there's nothing elemental about it. That's just why it's called Cold Warfare. There's nothing. People might be mad at each other, but they can't do stuff about it. And it's just the inevitable thing that you once had amazing powers, but at the cost of that your life will be destroyed in the end, and you all die no matter what. They decided that changing time was the best thing for them, even though they had to die. Even though they had to die, like, yeah, it's pretty damn. Freerunners is pretty much just that it splits off. The people who the person who was blessed had a bunch of descendants. Those descendants are the Freerunners, and those guys are just the people who have the actual abilities. And then there was an energy crisis here, and so the people without the powers, which are just dormant stars, those guys, they acted like a lot of humans do. They treat them like someone else, and they hunt them down and all that kind of stuff. So this kind of happened a while ago. That one's just fighting types, but I'm not gonna tell you about the Gauntlet part. It's really cool. I won't tell you. Anyway, they all have their own thing. Oh yeah, Paper Wars. Paper Wars really originates from a long time ago. Darkness names is Ganondorf was actually a piece of the darkness that's in the world. He's kind of a guy that shows up earlier in the thing in the first Paper Wars chapter. As you can see, there's a lot. There's 9. The one that actually relates to actually go through the story normally, it's 7 or 6. No, it's 7 because Leap is 8 and then Steve's story is 9. When I was younger, I based this off of Minecraft because I freaking loved Minecraft back then. I never had it, but I freaking loved it. It was awesome. Paper Wars is about this guy who goes on a journey out of his town to pretty much save his town, Lohan City, which is pretty rugged downtown. But pretty much, it's about a kid who doubted himself all the time, was a crybaby and all this stuff, and just got his own inspiration from that kind of stuff. Like, even though this is the third thing they made in the Devolution series, in the Devolution story, it's the first thing I ever drew when I was in 3rd grade. It was really about me and my friends and all the stuff that I had. Because when when I was younger, I had nothing, pretty much. It's pretty sad. I was a pretty sad sap. I was always sad about stuff, and my dad in jail, all this stuff I don't want to talk about. But, you know, my friends made it all better, so I decided to make something about them. Okay, let me just quickly skim over all this. This guy's about a half human who goes into a dungeon and does some shit on another planet. This guy is about one of the guys from here who dies in here by this one guy named Jiro, which is this alien with 4 arms, kind of like the Vandal from Destiny. He survives. He goes on his own journey with a bunch of other people. As you can see, it's called Paladins. Don't worry about that though. Then there's 3 other sister series. They're pretty long in their own right. So you got Shadow Z, which is pretty much about reflections of people living in another dimension. Then there's 2, and in the second one, people die because there's a shadow in another dimension, and there's actually shadows in the dimension they live in. So yeah. Then you have Overbreak, which pretty much like some kind of better thing. It's kind of like a running thing, except there's way better mechanics anyway. It's not Sonic because it's not Sonic because you can like fight and stuff, and I think it's pretty cool. Omega. So Paladins Omega is about people getting stranded, like completely stranded in another dimension. And they get stuck and have to do their own shit and fight for their own stuff and build their own weapons. And that's actually about it. Just pretty much, it's kind of like how Legos work, except Megabots, because Megabots are much better than Legos for building small stuff and make it actually recognizable and holdable. Z-Guitars are just some of my main. It's gonna be way in the future, like way more than when Paladin will come out, because that's like the equivalent of anime me's for some reason. This is something I plan to make very far in my future. Like almost like when I'm about to throw up at the tower, I'm gonna make this. It's gonna be 4. It's gonna be a pretty damn big game. My thing. Change of Fate is kind of like BB Tag, you know, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. So, and what happens is that there's pretty much just 4 people in the same thing. As you can see, I have the 4 people right here. X Chronicles, because there's some people in X Chronicles that don't appear in Paladin, and all the sister series are Paladins, and then the Z-Guitars and like Jalen, all in one. Now, one thing that's gonna change about this one is that this actually is supposed to simulate somewhat real life, and so it's gonna be different, obviously, because you can't really get the same thing out of that. You want to have a person with real life abilities. So it's just gonna change. It's gonna look a lot cooler and stuff, like some weird thing I designed in my own head. This right here, this is a big kahuna. So this right here, this bottom. Okay, I thought it could work sideways so I could see the whole thing. But it's called Strike the Blood. It's named after an anime for some reason. Anyway, it includes everything that I've ever made in this little thing, and it's pretty cool. And I'm running out of time, so I'm just putting it there. So you guys will know. Never. This was boring as fuck. Okay, I'm almost out of breath. My cat is over here, like resting and stuff. You wanna? Maybe you wanna see her. She's a fat calico. Oh, she got offended. Okay, she's a fat calico. She's just a cute cat right here. And you decided to sit on my stuff. Okay. Hey, Athena, can you look at the camera, please? Please, Athena. Hey. Yeah, she's my cat right now. I got her a long time ago. She's about 3, almost 4 pretty soon here. My birthday's coming up. Yeah, and that is about it. Her name is Athena. Yeah, that's about it. So, thank you for listening. Probably didn't listen as long as you could. That sounds mean. What I mean to say is that fuck all. Just skip most of this. Don't even watch this video. Because I suck. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the few subscribers I have. I'm not even freaking getting anything. I'm not really using YouTube to get money. I just want to make videos. It's kind of a thing I've been wanting to do as a child. But yeah, so bye. Like and don't like and sub. Shit. Or else you're gonna get you're gonna get a pole stuck up your ass. I guess I'm not lying, but I am, because I can't do that because I don't want to go to jail yet. But yeah. So